Hello and welcome to NyamNyam. Let's make this Pinata unicorn cake. Smashing. Start with some silicone moulds and pipe in melted white chocolate. Use a spoon to spread it out and cover the inside of 2 of the moulds. Refrigerate that for 15 minutes, meanwhile roll out white fondant. Use your hands to mould it into a kind of ball shape and make an indent in the middle. Then use a fondant tool to make a crisscross. Use your thumbs to deepen that. Then stand it and roll another ball of white fondant, sticking it on as a head. Now the fondant decorations go on. First of all, we've got some pale pink hair, then a golden unicorn horn, couple of fondant ears, pink tail, and let's use edible ink to draw on the eyes. Now roll small balls with some white fondant and get a sheet of thin white fondant to cover them. We're going to press down using a tool, marking in all the shape of the balls underneath. Then cut off the excess and it's going to look like a cloud. We'll make a couple of those. Now here's your set white chocolate. Pop some jelly candies inside and then close it up with the other half. Pop that on top of your cake. Next, get a long piece of white fondant and wrap it around the ball. It's got some pearl sprinkles at the end. Those are the legs and feet of a unicorn. We've got some white and gold fondant ears going on, a golden fondant horn, and some colourful hair. And then carefully place your eyes. Let's not forget the eyebrows and the rosy cheeks. Then our fondant unicorn goes on top of a cloud and another cloud on the other side. Let's add the hammer, tied up with a lovely bow, and some silver sprinkles placed around. And there you have it, Pinata unicorn cake. Smash it up and enjoy. Turn your pool party into a dreamy one with this beautiful unicorn cake. All you need is 430 grams of cake mix, 3 eggs, 70 millilitres of oil, and 300 millilitres of milk, whisked together in a mixing bowl, using an electric whisk for ease. Now we separate that out into 6 different bowls, and in each bowl we add a different food colouring. Mixing those up, a beautiful array of colours at your fingertips. Right, now we're going to put them one by one into our bundt cake tin mould. Just drizzle them in there, creating a rainbow marble effect. Bake that for 30 minutes at 170 degrees centigrade. Now, time for the fun part. We're going to make our rainbow unicorn using fondant icing. A gold horn, a white head, and rainbow coloured hair. Time to prep our bundt cake, ready to decorate with our unicorn. Now, being very generous, put some white buttercream icing on the outside of our bundt cake once cooled, and add our unicorn head and tail. And there you have it, a beautiful unicorn cake, with a fantastic array of jazzy colours hidden on the inside of our white buttercream, and of course, our rainbow unicorn. Delicious! Get ready to bake a perfect birthday party cake, pink and purple with a rainbow unicorn. All you need is some Italian buttercream, split equally into 2 mixing bowls. Add some food colouring in there. We're going with red food colouring to make a pink buttercream icing, and purple food colouring. Put those aside and we get our vanilla cake. We've pre-made this earlier. You can slice the top off and then slice it in half, putting the purple buttercream icing on first. Once that's nice and smooth, we're going to add the next layer and our pink buttercream icing, of course, and then white. So we've got some buttercream which we have not coloured. That goes on the next layer and on the top of our cake. We're going to just smooth around the outside so we can start to layer our beautiful colours. So we're starting with purple and then pink doing 3 rows of each colour, and then of course white. So we've got this kind of Neapolitan effect around the edge of our cake, smoothing those over and using a plastic sheet to perfect any imperfections. And along the top as well. Then it's ready to decorate. Right, with a serrated edge knife, we're going to make a line pattern around the edge of our cake. And then we're going to just squirt on some pink and purple alternating buttercream using a serrated edge nozzle through a piping bag. That goes around the bottom edge of our cake. Beautiful. Now, time to rainbow sprinkle on the top and a little along the bottom edge too. Ready for fondant icing to decorate. So we're going to just mould our shapes here because we want to make a unicorn. So here's the legs and the body, add a head on that, and some arms, and of course ears, hair and a face. It's a sleeping unicorn, so let's have the eyes shut. Now, using multicoloured rainbow fondant icing, we're going to roll them into sausage shapes and make a rainbow. And some clouds. Placing our unicorn on the edge of the cake, we're going to put the rainbow on top and take a slice out of a cake with a spoon, putting a little bit on the unicorn's mouth, and on his hand. Makes the unicorn look like he's fallen asleep whilst eating some cake. So cute. There you have it. Super simple. We love this colourful recipe, absolutely fondalicious. All you need is some butter, of course. That's for your buttercream icing. We're going to whisk that up and add some icing sugar. A bit at a time, whisking away. We're using an electric whisk because that saves a lot of time. Now, we're going to get our vanilla cake and slice it up into 3 segments. You can buy it pre-made from the store or pre-bake it yourself. Now on the first slice, we're going to add a nice dollop of buttercream icing, spreading it out evenly, and we're going to keep doing this with our 3 layers. If you want to be really creative, you can use different coloured buttercream icing in between. Couldn't be easier, could it? Just spread it around the edge, tidying it up as we go. Now, put some buttercream icing into separate bowls and add food colouring to make our rainbow. Choose your colours, the brighter the better. Now we're going to put each colour into a food piping bag and snip the end off. And we're going to make little petals using a knife to flatten the ends each time. We get this beautiful rainbow petal effect. The same thing's going to happen on the top of the cake. So as you can see, this cake is absolutely loaded with buttercream icing, so I hope you like it. There you go, and in the centre, a finishing touch with some yellow buttercream icing and a pearl sprinkle. And there you have it, stunning. Now, for our second cake, the same thing applies. We've got our vanilla cake, which we've cut into segments and filled with buttercream icing in between each layer. And all around the edge. This is just a double layered cake, this one. We've got some blue fondant icing, which we're going to roll out on a chopping board, sprinkling some flour as we go so that it doesn't stick. Roll it out nice and big and thin. Now carefully lifting it and placing it over our vanilla sponge cake. I'm going to cut it to the size of the plate to make it easier to fit around the cake. And when we've done that, we can get a cutter to cut off the excess. Beautiful. Now, time to decorate. Some pink fondant icing gets rolled out into a flat sausage shape, and we're going to just slice it into a rectangle and then make a wave effect. Using a bit of water and a brush, we're going to stick that around the edge of our cake. And we've made our pink fondant icing with sugar sprinkles on top. Using some white fondant icing, we can add a further decoration, rolling it into a long thin sausage, get an ice cream cone and wrap it all the way around. Adding some food colouring, make it nice and golden. And that is our unicorn horn, of course. Adding eyes and ears and a mouth. And there you have it, a beautiful unicorn cake and a flower petal cake. Perfect for any kid's birthday party. You could not get more colourful. Who wouldn't want a smoothie that looks like a unicorn or a rainbow? Well, it's very easy. All you need is 60 millilitres of milk in a pot on the stove and 180 millilitres of whipping cream. And stir away. Heat it till it starts to bubble. Then add 1 tablespoon of gelatin and mix that in nicely. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds will then go in, and we're going to keep stirring as the mixture bubbles away and starts to thicken. Then we can turn the heat off and pour that into our serving glass. We're going to fill half of our glass and then get 150 grams of frozen banana, 50 grams of yogurt, 50 grams of coconut, and whiz that away in the blender until smooth. So all you need is 3 ingredients for this part, and then that is going to go into our serving glass on top of the chia seed mixture. And why not squirt a bit of whipping cream on top? Make it colourful. Now we're going to add our decorations, some fondant ears, and a horn, of course. It's a unicorn. Now add 150 grams of banana, 50 grams of yogurt, and all different types of fruit. Blueberry, butterfly pea, matcha, frozen pineapple, frozen orange, strawberry. And one by one, blend those away to produce absolutely beautiful colours. We are going to layer these colours in our serving glass for a beautiful rainbow smoothie. And to top it all off, let's add some whipping cream. We've chosen pink because we think it looks absolutely dandy. And we're going to add a few strawberries and some sprinkles for a finishing touch. There you have a rainbow smoothie and a unicorn smoothie. What more would you want in life? Go on, have a sip.